Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is normal plants. So we've kind of built this deck around this card, blank to blank, the Snow Shadow Flower. So this is a 1900 normal earth plant type monster. It's not particularly great, but it does have a bit of support. So we wanted to bring it, and also it's Ranran's ace monster, so we wanted to really try and showcase that if we can today. So some of the new support cards we have are Shadow Flower Sowing. So if you have a plant type normal monster in your graveyard, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. One face-up monster in your opponent's field loses attack equal to the number of plant type normal monsters in your graveyard times 100. Then if you have a level 5 normal monster in your graveyard, which again, that's our Shadow Flower, we can destroy all face-up level 7 or higher normal monsters on our opponent's field. So this card is kind of generically good. It will fill up our graveyard, which is something we want, and it can weaken a monster, which is decent. If Alex is on a normal monster deck, however, this will also be very, very powerful. We bring something like Light Galaxy, we can blast them all off the board, which is fantastic. The other new card is Shadow Flower Duplication. So we can place a card from our hand on the bottom of our deck. Again, this is very relevant for later. Special summon up to 2 plant type normal monsters with an equal or lower level than the level of 1 face-up plant type normal monster on your field from your graveyard face up to your field. Then if you have a face-up level 5 monster on your field, you can destroy all face-up level 7 or higher normal monsters on your opponent's field. So again, the strategy is we try and get blank to blank out. We then activate Shadow Flower Duplication. Ideally, we have 2 more copies of blank to blank in the graveyard, bring them both back from the graveyard, and then destroy all of our opponent's face-up level 7 or higher normal monsters. Again, if Alex does bring something like Light Galaxy, this ideally should be pretty good against it, but we'll have to wait and see. So the other new support cards we have for them is this Alpris the Sower. So if you've normal summoned this card this turn and the only face-up monsters on your field are plant type monsters, we can place 1 card from our hand on the bottom of our deck. Again, being able to put cards on the bottom of our deck is very important, and we almost always are going to put back blank to blank on the bottom of the deck. So we can send the 3 cards of our deck to the graveyard, then if a plant type monster is among the cards sent, we can draw a card. Now most of the deck is plants, so we're hoping to hit this every single time, but we might not. The final new dedicated support, I suppose, is Iris the Rare Shadow Flower. So during the turn you normal summon this card, set 1 Shadow Flower Sowing or Shadow Flower Duplication from our graveyard. So we have to make sure we have one of these graveyard to activate this effect in our spell and trap card zone. Then send the bottom card of our deck to the graveyard. Then if you sent a level 5 plant type normal monster to the graveyard by this effect, you can special summon 1 plant type normal monster from your graveyard face up to your field. So we summon this, so we activate one of our effects to put our blank to blank to the bottom of the deck. Then we summon out Iris. Iris effect mills, or undermills, blank to blank, sends it to the grave, special summons it back to the field. So it's a weird roundabout combo, but it does kind of get there eventually. So the problem is, if Alex isn't on a bunch of normal monsters, this doesn't really do much. We can summon out a bunch of 1900 attackers ideally, but 1900 isn't going to do a lot on its own. So we decided to give the deck a little bit of bite, and we're doing that with Garland, who's basically a 2500 attacker. Its effect can summon out more monsters from our hand, but they will get put to the bottom of the deck, which again can be relevant for our cards that check the bottom of our deck. But the other big new card is Neoplandish. So send the bottom card of your deck to the graveyard. Again, we have a lot of ways to put cards onto the bottom of our deck, so we should be able to make sure we're hitting a plant most of the time. This turn, this card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's trap card effects. Also, if you send a plant type monster to the graveyard to meet this requirement, it gains 700 attack. So 3200 is a big number. There isn't really much else to say. We're playing a lot of normal monsters just to basically facilitate that we need to play a lot of normal monsters for cards like our Shadow Flower Sowing. We are on 3 copies of Gekka, who again can bring normal monsters back from our graveyard to our hand. This effectively lets us use it as a 1-card tribute to summon 2 tribute monsters. We're on 1 copy of Graceful Charity as our legend. This is because we really want to make sure we see the cards that we need to see. We need to see a lot of our spell cards, we need to see some of these monsters, and we need to get a blank to blank into rotation. Ideally we want 3 of them in rotation, and also it does kind of fill up our graveyard as well, which is what the deck wants to do. And then we're on 3 copies of Shadow Flower Stance. This can protect our monsters, which can be decent, and also can put 2 plant type monsters from the graveyard to the bottom of our deck in any order. So again, that means that we can put blank to blank onto the bottom of our deck once again. Going into the side deck, we have our Acacia, the Shadowflower Priestess. This card's good if Alex is on a defensive strategy. We can use this to get to his life points. We're on 3 copies of Invading Nature in case Alex is playing any problematic trap cards. We're on 3 copies of Hard Defense Mission. Again, if Alex is just on generic 2500 guys, this is going to be really good because we don't have a lot of protection in this deck and we can struggle to get over some big monsters. We're on 3 copies of Crisis at the Sacred Tower. Again, if Alex is just on a good stuff deck, this is really good to try and stop him in his tracks and try and protect our monsters. And then we are on Cross Sword Deathmatch. This card is only going to be good if Alex is on normal monsters, but if he is on a normal monster deck, this is even more support. And since it needs to work with Earth Attribute monsters, we are on Earth Attribute monsters, and it also kind of works with normal monsters as well. So it kind of has some synergy in the deck. But this deck is extremely anti-normal monsters. So if Alex isn't playing a lot of normal monsters, this deck might struggle a bit. So we're not feeling super confident in it. But we're going to give it our best. We're going to go and try and have a great time. And we're going to see if we can't take a couple games off Alex. So let's jump into the game and see what we got. So Rush. I have brought a deck that I am not confident in. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I'm kind of looking forward to playing it. But I do not feel... So the deck is perfectly capable of winning games, right? It's not like, you know, bringing like a complete throw or something like that. It's just, it doesn't get there maybe as smoothly as some of the other decks I've been bringing, right? Like, obviously, last week I brought the Beast Warriors. The Beast Warriors was it's very easy for it to get to that stage where it just summons a bunch of big guys and punches you in the face a lot.
Yep.
This deck is going to be a little bit trickier than that. We'll have to see if I can pilot it correctly.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I guess at this point, have we seen all of your equips now? We saw your Pyro. Oh, we haven't seen your Dark Galaxy.
Nope.
Okay, so that's my prediction. It's going to be that you're on Dark Galaxy. We'll have to see. I mean, obviously, you might not be on that. But if you are, this is going to be a very uphill struggle for me. I mean, your Dark Galaxy deck is unbelievably powerful as is, let alone when I'm on a deck I'm not super confident in.
Oh, yeah.
But, shall we just fire in and just see what we're both on?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, let's see if we can't beat your rock, scissors.
I'll go first.
Okie dokie.
Ooh. Turn 1 Pog.
It's your signature move.
Okay, we go. Dimension others. Dimension others.
Hi, you're on Dark Galaxy.
Into a Void Vulgar Elysium.
Mm-hmm.
We can also summon a Void Vulgar Hoplite.
Dude, Dark Galaxy just have so many 15 and 1600 attackers, don't they?
Yeah.
2 different ones already, and I know you have the 1600.
16, 2 15s. How big were the Sentinels? Were they 15s or 14s?
The Sentinels were 15s, yeah, so I guess one of those was Dark.
So Dark's got 3 15 4 stars.
That's just completely bonkers. I mean, as well, a lot of your cards require you to have Dark Galaxies, but that doesn't mean you have to play exclusively Dark Galaxies. You could use, like, Transemi Rhynak.
Yep.
I think I will start by normal summoning Alparis the Sower.
And
So we're going to go ahead and fire off its effect. And we're going to put this card to the bottom of our deck. Mill 3 and draw a card because we milled a plant. So we've put 2 of our good plant monsters in the graveyard, which is not really where we want those to be. We want those in our hand, ideally. But for now, I will set a monster and then tribute 2 to summon out Garland, the true Shadowflower Ninja.
ooh.
So unfortunately, this card can special summon a level 7 or lower plant type monster from my hand. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those. So I'm going to set. Then I think I go to battle, and as much as it pains me, I think I'm going to try and trade.
Ooh.
Because your monster is a little bit too threatening to leave it alone, because it can gain 500 attack. So we'll pass on that.
Void Vulgar Globule.
Okay.
Activate effect. Shuffle those boys back into the deck.
So it can be treated as 2 tributes.
And that Void Vilga Transy.
So during the main phase, the normal special summon this card, destroy all face-up normal monsters on the field. Then this card gains attack. Okay, so he's not doing much at the moment.
We will set this. Go to battle.
3 back row.
Do I get greedy? Defenses of your...
I've got 2,000 defenders that I wouldn't...
Okay, yeah, let's call it.
Haha, it was my 1,500 defender. Dahlia. Right. Already, this ain't looking great. This hand doesn't make it much better. Okay, well this is tricky. I think we have to just set. And then... Set, pass.
Okay.
And just hope you don't have any piercing.
I'm going to pop up a Universe Storm.
Okay, that's fine. That card was dead anyway.
Summon out a Parashroom Colony.
Okay.
Tribute 2. Void Vilga Requiem.
Okay.
Hoplites.
They've got the anti-normal monster one, the anti-light one.
That there.
Unfortunately, the anti-defense one has already been shuffled back into your deck for now.
Yeah. We'll activate Meteor Charge.
Okay, this is piercing?
Yes. Swap that to attack. There we go.
Behold, Bean Soldier.
Activate Requiem. Oh. There's the
Tear Thing.
one. Go battle. Swing.
Haha!
Ooh.
It's
What's this one?
Dahlia.
Ah.
Just another Bean Soldier.
Okay.
Alright, need big draws here. Okay, this isn't awful. Unfortunately, that doesn't do what I need it to do, but that's fine. Okay, how are we starting this? Are we activating this first or not, is the question. Alright, let's go with this first. I'm going to normal summon Iris, the rare Shadow Flower. So during the turn, you normal summon this card, I can set one Shadow Flower Sowing or Shadow Flower Duplication from my graveyard in my spell and trap card zone. Then I can send the bottom card of my deck to the graveyard, and then if I send level 5 plant type normal monster to the graveyard by this effect, I can special summon one plant type normal monster from my graveyard face up to my field. So go ahead and activate the effect. We'll reset our duplication, and then I stacked this level 5 normal monster to the bottom of my deck so that I could summon it. Now, you might have noticed that this is only a 1900 attack monster, which isn't super great in this situation. So we have to now get a little bit more creative if we can. And hopefully we'll be able to start out with Graceful Charity. We have to keep this. Don't think I need either of these. So the next... Yeah, they're plants, man. They're plants.
Yeah, I get it. It's just funny to see them in something that isn't Blackluster.
Alright, next thing we'll do is tribute these two monsters to summon our Neoplandish. So this card can send the bottom card of our deck to the graveyard. This turn, this card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's trap card effects. Also, if you send a plant type monster to your graveyard, he'll gain 700 attack. Now, right now, I do not know what the bottom card of my deck is, which does make it a little bit tricky. The question is, how do I want to put a plant monster to the bottom of my deck? Tricky, 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 tricky. I have two different ways. I suppose I only really... Oh yeah, I do have two different ways that I could put a plant on the bottom of my deck. The question becomes, which one is the least suck one? Alright, we're going to go ahead and activate our Shadow Flower Duplication. So I can put a card from my hand at the bottom of my deck, special summon up to 2 plant type normal monsters with an equal or lower level than 1 face up plant type monster on the head on the field. So I'm going to dump probably Gekka, which I don't even know if that revealed it to you. Then I target this monster.
Didn't.
Okay, so I didn't even need to tell you. So now I can summon any plant-type normal monster from my graveyard that is level 5 or lower. So I suppose this will be the Great Return of the Beansoul Jersey.
Yeah, this is now good times there. Void Veil.
Ah, that's lame. I suppose I couldn't have done anything about it, really, because all I could do is prevent him from being destroyed. But we will go ahead and activate our Shadow Flower Sowing. So I now need to count how many are in my graveyard real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means I can weaken one of your monsters' attack by 600. Now, unfortunately, that means Requiem would just be a crash, so I might as well weaken your Transy. We'll then go to battle, attempt to attack over it, and then I suppose we'll just crash here. And pass back to you. You see what I mean by this deck is a bit, takes a long way to get there.
Yeah.
I did a lot of things that turn, and it didn't really amount to much. But it could have.
Yeah, I mean, I did put your level 7 face down defense position, so.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I could have, like, if you didn't do that, I potentially could have killed Requiem. But even then, I still end with just a 19 and a 25. There's not, like, a ton going on there.
Yeah. Burst Ray Gunman.
Mm-hmm.
Activate and reveal. Reveal Hecatoncha.
Okie dokie.
Make your monster light.
I think being light kind of suits her. She is a pure and innocent flower spirit.
Now, what will I do? I want to set this. Wait, Void Corridor.
Send a copy hand to the graveyard. Add a dark attribute Galaxy that monster from a graveyard to your hand.
Pinch Hecatoncha. Get out. Hoplites.
Okay, so you have 2 high-level monsters in your hand. You got rid of one, so you can summon a normal summonable monster, and then we tribute both to summon. Okay.
Activate Volt Vigor. Activate Transy. Go to battle.
Well, goodbye, Flandish.
Oh, I can only attack. Wait, what? Really? Damn it.
Yeah, it's because it kills one of my monsters. Otherwise, that card would be really, 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 really good against normal monster decks.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have used this effect.
Yeah, you would have got a little bit more life point damage in, but I don't think it would have affected too much overall. The question is, how do I out 2 big bungos again? Okay, we will start by normal summoning Alpris. We'll activate Alpris, throw this to the bottom of the deck, and then draw 1 card. So I suppose we normal summon out Beansoul Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
We'll fire off our Shadow Flower Duplication. Oh, this is actually a big misplay. Oh, I forgot that I had to release a card from my hand. Okay. Well, we've done it now. So, we will then summon out the Great Beansoul Jersey. We'll tribute 2 and get out Garland. Go to battle, and I suppose we'll just have to attack over your Transy and then pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that I had to put a card from my hand on the bottom of my deck there. I don't think it would have made too much difference, but I potentially could have done something extra.
Well, I've got Pale Rider.
Yeah.
Dimension Others.
Question is this game? That's 900 plus 100. No, it's not game. Okay. Alright, something good. The problem is, I keep saying something good, but I don't think there's much good left in the deck to draw.
Oh.
Unfortunately, all 3 of my Neoplandish are in the graveyard, which is kind of my big finisher monster. Do we still have... Okay, we still have one of those in the deck. Try and draw it with this. So that potentially outs that. The problem is, two of the cards I want to play both have the line, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard on them. Now, you might understand why I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you'll be decking out very soon.
Okay, what is the win con? Is there a win con? I can only realistically play one of these. This one, that one's the luck-based one. This one's not luck-based, so I guess we'll go for this one. Alright, we'll set, Tribute 2, and summon out Garland. Then, we will activate Shadowflower Sowing, and weaken this monster. Then we go to battle and just attack over it. And hope you don't have a back row. And pass. Now, unfortunately, even if you can't kill me this turn, which you almost certainly can, you might have noticed something going on that will probably end the game regardless.
A very little backer.
No, I only have 4 cards in deck. So I will not lose immediately at the start of my turn, but I will not survive another round. So I think a potential win con for you would just be put everything in defense mode, and I think I just lose.
No, I'm pretty sure I can just game you here without dragging it on.
I would be massively surprised if you couldn't. Requiem, Pale Rider, Requiem effect. Ouchies. And then direct with the Pale Rider.
I'm done with there.
Oh, well, if nothing else, this deck's fun to play. Let's see if I can't pilot a little bit better in game 2. Alright, I will go first this time.
Okay.
Okay, this could get a little crusty, but let's see what we can do. We will normal summon out Alpris the Sower. Fire its effect, put this to the bottom of my deck, and mill 3, and then draw 1 card. So we have 2 Gekka and a trap card in the graveyard. I suppose that's fine. We will set a back row, and set 2 more monsters, and pass back to you.
Ooh. Parashroom Colony.
Okay.
The Burst Ray Gunman. Tribute 2.
Okay.
Normal summon Hoplites.
Okay, this could have been a lot scarier, so I'm quite happy about this.
I'm gonna go with safe damage.
Ooh, okay. Take the 1,000.
Get rid of one of the defense.
Green Soldier.
I could have done it the way around. Never mind.
Oh, this is a weird hand. Oh, what order do I do this in? Okay, so I could... No, I can't use you. Because we haven't drawn Thingy yet. So I could do you first. Potentially get that going. Right, I think I have to do this first. So we'll fire off Graceful Charity.
Uh-huh.
We'll draw 3. Our backup plan's probably this. So to do that, I need a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We already have 1, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means I don't actually need this. But it means I also can't use this, so I think I might as well send this to the grave. And if I'm not using that, then there's no point in keeping that. So we'll do this. Okay, so next part of the plan is going to be... we normal summon Gekka the Shadow Flower Beauty.
Uh-huh.
We'll fire off Gekka's effect. And we will return to our hand. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as is, there's no point to bring that back. So I guess we will take back Bean Soldier. Next up, we will tribute to and summon out Garland, the true Shadow Flower Ninja. Then we will normal summon Bean Soldier. We will normal summon Iris. I will then tribute both to summon out Neoplandish.
Void Veil.
Okay, that only flips one of them though, right? Yeah, so that's fine. I still out your board. Oh, and puts it back in the hand.
Yup.
Okay, I mean that's cool. I'm still going to out your entire board. To battle. We will kill Transy. And then we will trade with Hoplites. Pass back.
Okay. Dimension others.
Okay.
Pop off a Universe Storm.
That potentially is huge here. If you've also drawn a monster that's bigger than 25.
Void Veil Repair Item.
Oh, okay, Hackathon Chair's not too bad. I mean, it's annoying, but it's not too bad.
I know.
Alright. So we draw. Alright, we're going to go ahead and normal summon Alpris. We'll fire off its effect. Put this to the bottom, mill 3. And we milled 3 spell traps, so we did not get his effect, which is pretty awful. It's okay, we have a spare. We'll fire off its effect. Put this to the bottom, mill 3, draw a card. Then we'll tribute 2. Summon our Neoplandish. We'll fire off Plandish's effect, which unfortunately also did not hit what we want. Then I think we are just going to set and pass on this.
Okay.
I mean, we had to put the Sacred Tower on the bottom of our deck, unfortunately, so it meant we were never going to hit Plandish's effect.
Hoplites.
Yep.
Make this guy's effect.
The burn.
Need to empty my hand a bit, so summon this. Activate its effect. Pitch. Bryn.
Mm-hmm.
Which of these is going to be the more annoying? One can boost himself, so we'll flip this over. Swing over.
Okie dokie.
And
Let's draw out our new awesome hand. Okay, we will, I guess, just flip someone up. Or Garland again. Then normal summon. Tribute 2, summon out another Garland. Normal summon out Beanstalk Jersey, set a back row, go to battle, and then we'll see if you have anything to stop our Garland trading. The attacker monster loses 500 attack. Alright, let's see if you have another one. And then we'll get in for 15. Pass back.
ooh. Hog.
Oh, I hate that fucking card.
Globule.
And
Universe Storm.
I've set 2
that's a good
cards.
hit.
I've set 2 cards this game, and you've Universe Dwarfed both of them because I keep bloody milling all my other trap cards.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, man. Stop milling your.
I have to
Stop milling
mill.
your trap
It's just I'm getting unlucky.
We have to send a card from hand to graveyard.
I mean, you should be able to win on this turn. I'd be surprised if you couldn't.
Yeah. Void corridor. Send a dimension others. Get out a transy.
Okay.
Activate Gobble.
The old transy. Unfortunately, this is not currently lethal damage. Alright, I'd be amazed if there was any way I came back into this now. Especially with 6 cards left in my deck.
Yeah, you meant to be milling so much.
Yeah, the whole point of my deck is I mill. Just tons and tons and tons.
Hmm.
Right, we'll go ahead and activate Iris. Then I will special summon my Blank de Blanc, the Shadow Flower. The Snow Shadow Flower. I can technically out your entire board. I do lose the next turn if I do that. That doesn't seem smart. Okay, so we will set 2. Then I'm going to set this monster. Tribute 2. Go to battle, and then I'm just going to attack into your transy and pass back.
Okay. Going to pop off a void corridor.
Okay.
Send. Mention others. Grab an Elysium.
Okie dokie.
Normal summon a Parashroom colony.
Okay.
Activate his effect. Special summon from the graveyard a Parashroom colony.
Mm-hmm.
Tribute them 4 Elysium. Burst Ray Gun. Make Blanc de Blanc. Fight. Pop that face down.
Okay.
Go to battle. And blink.
Fortunately, we do have a way to at least stop that. Oh, cannot be
Can't
destroyed.
be destroyed.
By Why does he have that written on there on top of all this other bullshit? He doesn't need that extra line of text on him. Okay. God, getting rid of him, I think, was the only way that I did enough life point damage to kill you this turn.
I'm surprised you were able to activate that.
Why? All it does is say can't be destroyed, doesn't say can't be targeted.
Ah.
Now I'm curious to see.
Fair enough.
Oh, it's like I just physically cannot activate those. Okay, that sucks. Which means I won't be able to activate that either. So I guess we'll do what we can. So we'll summon Bean Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
We will tribute it to summon Blanc de Blanc. We'll tribute both to summon out Neoplandish. We will set 2 and go to battle, and we will attack over your gunman. That's all she wrote.
Oh my god. It's finally here.
Right when it doesn't matter.
Oh, activate Glob.
Okay.
For one of the parachutes. Glob. Hoplink.
Fuck you.
Ooh.
No equip spell for you.
An end.
Oh, alright, we should definitely play game 3 though. I do want to play this deck again, even though part of it was a little bit of bad luck because I did have that turn where I just milled 3 spell traps and I didn't really get to use many spell traps in that game. But also part of it is just Dark Galaxy, bro. It's just Dark Galaxy.
Yeah.
Right, let's fire into game 3.
How much shuffling back into the deck does your deck have?
It doesn't really do any of it. The whole point is I want my graveyard full of cards. That's the strategy of the deck. It's like the reptiles, right? I need to get all of my level 5 normal monsters in the graveyard so I can start using the spells to start recurring them all a bunch. And I also have the card which weakens your monsters based on the number of normal plant types in my graveyard. So I don't want to refill my deck. I want to kill you before I've milled myself out. Which usually, against like kind of an equal powered deck, wouldn't be too bad. But Dark Galaxy is just like a tier above like what I'm playing here right now. Which makes it a very uphill battle. So basically the deck I'm playing is the new Plant Duelist from Go Rush. And she has a whole gimmick about being, oh, she's undefeated. She's never even lost life points before. But she's also the leader of, like, she's the CEO, effectively, or like a district manager or something of her company. So it's her, like, the people under her not wanting to piss her off and letting her win and never attacking her. So she goes into a duel like, I've never even lost life points. You're not going to defeat me. And then she starts playing all these little shitty normal monsters. And again, the deck can do stuff, but it's super anti-normal monster stuff. And obviously, if you're not on many normal monsters, it doesn't do a ton for me. But I do really like the character. She is one of my favorites from the show. Oh, this is a tricky hand, isn't it? All right, we're going to set, Tribute 2, and summon out Neoplandish. We'll fire off Plandish's effect. Just start filling up the graveyard a bit more. Set a back row and pass back.
Okay. I will. That. Summon out a Hoplite.
Okay.
Activate Meteor Charge. Swap your Void of Defense. Tear thing.
Of all the ways to kill it.
Set this right.
Oh, goodbye, Plandish.
Tentacle boy with a pink sword.
He's got a spear and shield already, mate.
Oh yeah, he uses one of his extra tentacles.
So I could use that. Doesn't do a lot, except put that in the graveyard. That is so unlikely to do anything. Let's high roll it, fuck it. Right, we'll activate Shadow Flower Sowing.
Oh.
So that milled 3 and weakened your guy by a smidge. Then
I'm back to normal.
we're going to normal summon Iris, the rare Shadow Flower, and fire off her effect. We're just going to pray the bottom card of our deck is exactly our Snow Shadow Flower. It wasn't, it was Bean Soul Jersey. Interestingly, though, I can do this again. Become weaker. We've now milled 2 of our blank to blanks, which is, it's not great, but it's also not bad. Now, behold, Iris, the rare Shadow Flower. We'll activate her effect, and we'll go ahead, and I think we'll set Shadow Flower Sowing. We'll fire it off. And back down to 100. There we go. We got there in the end. We'll set, go to battle, and we'll attack over this weak-ass little bitch. Now, I don't think I'll be able to break through that defense monster, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going to pass.
Oh. You totally could have, because it's Burst Ray Gunman.
Why did you set Burst Ray Gunman? You could have been in attack mode.
Right. Dimension Others.
That guy's that's a big card.
Storm.
I've only got 500 attack.
let's go with this one.
You got Crisis at the Sacred
Okay.
Tower.
Normal summon Elysium.
Defense mode.
Ooh. Oh, that's fine. And
Okay, we'll start out with Graceful Charity.
oh, the card's just glued to your hand.
Yeah, I just, milled my deck for 20 cards. Alright, we'll get rid of this one and this one. Then we will Tribute 2 and summon out Neoplandish. We'll fire off its effect. Then we will normal summon out our Bean Soldier. Tribute it and my Dahlia to summon out Garland. Set 2 back row, go to battle, attempt to attack with Garland, and then see if we can't get in for 32.
Yeah.
And pass back to you.
Okay.
I'm actually amazed I haven't milled Graceful Charity in any of these games, to be honest.
Yeah, you've done quite well there.
Entirely intentional.
Well. Power Shroom. Power Shroom.
No, you're supposed to have one of them in your graveyard.
Yeah, no, I don't yet. Also,
Why don't you have
Globul's
26 cards in your graveyard, Alex?
That's not what this deck does. Yeah. Almost summon out Elysium. He's gonna get towered.
Towered!
Yeah. And
Do I have a chance?
look what happens when you don't mill your spell trap.
Yeah, I get to use them. This is actually tricky. There's no need to fire off Plandish here. Because it doesn't speed up the game at all. Like, you taking 25 or you taking 32 doesn't change anything. So, I will set, go to battle, attack with Garland, and then get in for 25, and then pass.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
You saying I have a chance?
No summonable monsters. GG.
Do you know the really weird thing as well was I had in my hand at the end of that last turn 2 spells that basically don't do anything, and then the 1900 attacker. You're on exactly 1900 life points. I was like, why can't I just have just one normal summonable monster?
Yeah. Lose 500.
Oh, right. I am ecstatic I took a game, to be honest. Now, obviously, you...
It was more like... didn't really feel like you beat me with plants there, though. Just good generic...
Hey, and plants. The plants did all the... the stuff. Well,
beating in.
Yeah, the problem is... like I said, a lot of my cards, especially the plant-specific cards that are new, are like anti-normal monster cards. So a lot of those just don't do a ton against you. And then one of them is you choose a face-up normal earth plant on your field, and then you special summon up to 2 cards with like the same name or the same level. I forget exactly which one it is. But so the strategy is that you're supposed to do is get out your 1900 attacker, bring back 2 more 1900 attackers from the graveyard. But, like, what does having 3 1900 attackers do?
Yeah.
Like, again, because after it does that, it then blows up all your normal monsters. But you didn't have any. So it's like, yeah, if you had, like, 2 Galactica Oblivions, I'd be like, haha. But obviously you didn't. But yeah, the generic trap cards are definitely really good. Hard Defense Mission, obviously, you were playing around it with the Elysium, which is really good. Crisis at the Sacred Tower is really cool. Obviously, it has restrictions, right? So it only works when you normal summon a level 7 or higher monster, and it can only change a level 8 or lower effect monster. So it doesn't work on effect monsters. It only works on level 8 and lower. You have to be summoning a high level monster. So like it has all these weird restrictions, but whenever it does come off, it's it's just really good just being able to change monsters to face down defense position.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. It would be nice because you basically have a almost better version of Crisis at the Sacred Tower in your deck, right? You have the one that flips one to face down defense, and then if you have a level 8, you can then put it back to my hand. Now, I would love to have a plant in archetype version of that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
A lot of archetypes would.
but yeah, your deck though. What was new in there? Obviously the equip spell.
Just the equip spell.
Just the equip spell. Okay, I didn't know.
I think that's all Dark Galaxy got this week, or no, this set.
I couldn't remember if your 2400 attacker that blows up normal monsters was new or not. Was it a promo?
I know I've played him before. Yeah, it was the Psycho Jump September promotional card.
Oh, okay. Because that's it's an interesting one. I assume you kept it in because it's a level 8. That was my kind of vibe, and you wanted it to fulfill the requirement for your trap card. Yeah. I
mean, if you were playing a lot of normal monsters.
Oh yeah. But I just assumed you would have sided it out in game 2 when you saw I wasn't any like big normal monsters, but you kept it in, and I was like, oh, this is probably to use the trap card.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. GG, man, and hopefully I can take a game. Well, take an actual game because I don't know if game 3 actually counts. I'm pretty sure this just counts as you 2-0ing me. But hopefully I can take a game off you next week.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to bring next week, but
yeah. Right. GG.
I'm done with the equip spell.